This is Chet. The question is, should Chet be killed by the courier or live? In this video, I will help you decide with cold, hard opinions whether or not Chet should live. Chet is the first NPC vendor that you happen to come across unless you turn around and go straight back into Doc Mitchell's house and then, buy drugs and stim packs from him. But we're not going to count Doc Mitchell. So Chet is the first vendor that you do in fact meet in your playthroughs. That is if you aren't a freak who also uses console commands to go straight to the strip and party and gamble and then buy everything from any vendor that you absolutely want to. But we're going to assume that you aren't a freak who uses console commands even when you're making videos. Anyways, Chet is located in Good Springs, or is it Bitter Springs? No, that's the Massacre. We don't talk about that. It's Good Springs. That's where Chet's located, in the Good Springs General Store. Chet is a self-centered fella, but it's kind of valid because you kind of have to be like that in the Mojave, and we're going to talk more about that later. He helps show the character, the courier, you, how the vending system works, and how traders work as well. So he's one of those early game characters. Now let's talk about some positive aspects of Chet. Chet helps move the story along by saying these exact words about Benny, the man who shot you in the forehead.
The leader was a New Vegas type. Typical city boy.
Chet also adds a little bit about the lore, mainly Vegas, the Strip, and Mr. House. He informs you that Mr. House owns the Lucky 38, the tower you can see all throughout the Mojave, and that he controls the three families that are working in the Strip. As for his character depth, he is a trader who puts on the facade, somebody in the comments tell me how you pronounce that. Puts on whatever that's called, that he cares about the town. But in reality, he selfishly only cares about himself and his store. And I like that about his depth. It's by no means, complex, but it fits a trader in the wasteland who's just trying to, once again, like all these guys, just make it in the world. They're just trying to make it day by day. You gotta be selfish. You gotta be cutthroat and uptight because you're making money. You're selling things to people who are desperate. And desperate things call for desperate measures. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta pour water in your cereal if you ain't got no milk. That's all I gotta say. The only direct interaction that he has with the player besides being a vendor is helping give supplies to the courier, the player, you, for the upcoming battle between the Powder Gangers and Good Springs. That is, if you can pass a barter check of 25. I also like that you get a discount based on your actions in either defending or taking over Good Springs. And if you want to check more on that, go ahead and hit up the Fallout Wiki, and it actually kind of tells you, about that. As for criticisms of Chet, I honestly really don't have any. I really enjoy his character. I mean, he's a basic vendor who has a whole bunch of stuff for you at the very beginning of the game. He has a whole bunch of mods. I mean, what's there to dislike about Chet besides the fact that he's just selfish? But like I said, he has to be. The only negative thing I actually can think about is when his store gets bugged and you can't buy anything, and that's usually just when I blow his head off because he's no longer useful to me. Anyways, now here are some reasons to let Chet live. He is one of the few traders that exist. Yes, there's plenty of traders, but as you kill off more and more traders, how are you going to unload the 40, that 4570 ammo, government ammo, or whatever it is, that you have 600 stacks of because you just keep looting containers like a pack rat? He has a lot of mods for those early game weapons, so killing him doesn't really get you those mods, at least not the times I've tried. Another kind of reason, if you're a good person, is the people of Good Springs will lose a vendor. They will lose somebody to be able to buy stuff from. Yeah, they can loot his place, but after they loot it, it's not going to get resupplied, and that can kind of put them in a tight position. Now here are some reasons to let Chet not live. The most important reason, like always,
XP.
He is pretty annoying and selfish. Also, if you fail the check, it's okay to blow him to smithereens. He's no longer useful to you, unless you want to sell stuff to him. But if you fail the check, just be frustrated. Blow him up with a nuke. That's what I do. Player.add-item 4032C or 4032A. That'll spawn you a fat man. If I'm wrong, I will definitely correct it in the editing. All in all, Chet is just a trader who's just trying to make it in life. There's no, he doesn't have a complex character. He doesn't, help you with all these quests. He's just a trader who's trying to make it in life. I really don't want to blow him up personally, so I don't normally blow him up, unless, like I said, I fail the speech check and I get annoyed with him, or if he doesn't restock all the stuff when I'm low on 9mm ammo because I'm going through a hard-through playthrough or a hardcore playthrough, and I'm like, hey, I would love some ammo, and he's like, haha, I still don't have any, it's been 17 days in game, and I just sit there and I wait in his store like a freak, and then, if he's not restocked this second time, I give him a second chance, I blow him up. The question is, what do you do? I just changed the DPI on my computer. That was crazy. Now that you know what I do to Chet, you're probably wondering what I do to other vendors. But I don't have any other videos on other vendors, so suggest somebody and watch my Oliver Swenick video. See you later.